just another stitch. My name is Connie, and today I am going to be showing you how to do the arrow stitch. And the arrow stitch is a really beautiful stitch. And as you can see, it basically looks like an arrow. It's worked over 2 rows. And one thing too I want to point out, you'll notice that there's areas where it looks holy, and that is how the stitch looks. It's meant to look that way. There's nothing to do to fix that. Okay, so now we're going to get started on the tutorial. Okay, so this is my swatch that I'll be using to show you how to do the arrow stitch. And when it comes to your stitch count for the arrow stitch, you want it to be a multiple of 4 plus 2. So when you're doing your starting chain, you're going to want it to be a multiple of 4 plus 3 stitches, because you need an extra chain since you were working in the single crochet stitch. So for my chain, I did 20, which 20 is a multiple of 4, plus 3, which gives me 23 chains. And if you're not familiar with what a stitch looks like, I do want to point this out. You see right here, that is your stitch at the very top. And it has the 2 little loops that look like a heart, basically. So each one of those is a stitch. Okay? So, anywho, basically for my swatch, I did 4 rows of single crochet stitch. Basically enough that I had something to hold on to, because your first couple of rows are usually more awkward and they're harder to work into. And when you're filming a tutorial, you're also at an awkward angle. So let's get started on how the arrow stitch works. So it's worked over 2 rows. Okay, so I'm at the end of this row here. I'm going to chain 2, 1 and 2, turn. Okay, now I recommend using stitch markers. It makes it easier to recognize the start and the end of a row, and especially if you're new to crocheting, I highly recommend them. Okay, so you're going to skip those 2 chains, and you're going to be doing a double crochet into that very first stitch. And the first stitch and the very last stitch will both have double crochet stitches in them. Okay? And if there's any stitches that you're not comfortable with, I do have tutorials in my crochet playlist showing you how to do the stitches if you need more practice. Okay, so for the double crochet, you yarn over, go into that first stitch right here. See that stitch there, the very first one. You yarn over again, go through the base stitch, yarn over, go through 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, go through the last 2 loops. Okay, so you have your double crochet done. Now we're getting into the repeat part of the row, and this will be done all the way across except for that last stitch. Remember, the last stitch is a double crochet. So we're going to skip 4 stitch, I'm sorry, not 4, we're going to skip 3 stitches. So 1, 2 and 3. So we're going to be working a treble crochet, or some people call it a triple crochet stitch, into that 4th stitch right here. Okay, so you yarn over twice, go through that fourth stitch, yarn over, pull through the base, yarn over, go through 2 loops, yarn over, go through the next 2 loops, yarn over, go through the final 2 loops. Okay? So now we're going to go back to those 3 stitches that you skipped, which are right here, 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to work a double crochet stitch from behind into each one of those 3 stitches. Okay, so we yarn over, and it will be kind of awkward, but you see right there, that's the first stitch right there. Go through it, yarn over, pull through the base, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through the final 2. Okay, so now we're going to double crochet in the second stitch. So yarn over. You see the second one's right there. Right there. And like I said, this is kind of a little awkward when you work from behind. So you yarn over again, pull through the base, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through final. And now we're going to go into that last stitch, which is right here. Okay, so we yarn over, go through that stitch, yarn over, pull through base, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through final 2. Okay, and this is how it's starting to look. This is the first half of the arrow stitch. Okay, and like I said, we just keep repeating that until the last stitch. So I'm going to show you a couple of more times to make sure you'll have it. Okay, so again, we skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to work into that 4th stitch a treble crochet. Okay, so yarn over 2, go into the stitch, the 4th stitch, yarn over, pull through base stitch, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through next 2, yarn over, and go through the final 2. And again, we're going to work a double crochet from behind into those 3 stitches that you just skipped. See, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so we yarn over, and let me get my thing straight. Okay, there's the first stitch right there. Okay, yarn over, go through base, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go through the final 2. Okay, then you want to go into the second stitch, which is this stitch right here. Okay, so we yarn over, go through, yarn over, pull through base stitch, yarn over, go through 2 loops, yarn over, go through the final 2. Okay, and then now we want to go through that last stitch, which is right here. So yarn over, go through the stitch, yarn over, pull through the base, yarn over, go through 2 loops, yarn over, go through next 2. Okay, so now we have the second part of the repeat done. Okay, so again, we skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to work into that 4th stitch a treble crochet. Okay, so yarn over 2, go into the stitch, the 4th stitch, yarn over, pull through base stitch, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through next 2, yarn over, and go through the final 2. Okay, so again we're going to go back to those 3 stitches that you skipped and work a double crochet in each one from behind. So we're going to yarn over, and see right there, that's that first stitch, because as you can see, 1, 2, and 3, those are your stitches. Okay, so you yarn over, pull through the base stitch, yarn over, go through next 2, yarn over, go through the final 2, and again we're going to yarn over, go into that second stitch. See right there, there's the second stitch. Yarn over, go through, yarn over, go through the next 2, yarn over, go through final 2. And again, we yarn over, go through that last stitch right there. You see right there. Yarn over, pull through the base stitch, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through the final 2. So we're going to keep doing that, okay, and we're going to meet back up before you get to that last stitch, okay, and you just keep repeating. Skip 3 stitches, treble crochet in the 4th stitch, go back, work a double crochet stitch from behind, 1 in each of the 3 skip stitches. And like I said, we'll meet back up at that final stitch, okay? Okay, so now you should have 5 repeats of the repeat section. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you have that one final stitch left right there. And remember, we're working a double crochet stitch here. Okay, so we yarn over, and we go into that last stitch right here, yarn over again, pull through the base stitch, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through the final 2. Okay. So now we're going to chain 2 since we're at the end of the row. So 1, 2. Okay, we turn our work, place the stitch marker. And for row 2, it's almost identical to row 1. The only difference is, instead of working into the back, the double crochets into the back of the stitch, you're now going to work them in the front of the stitch. Okay, so again, the first and last stitch will be a double crochet. So you yarn over, go through the first stitch, yarn over, pull through the base, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through the final 2. Okay, and one thing, this starts to get a little easier, okay, because again, you're going to skip 3 stitches, which are these 3 right here, and that 4th stitch right here, you're going to work the treble crochet. So your treble crochets are going to fall where the treble crochets did on the front, on the first row. You see, that's where you work 1, that's where you work 1, that's where you work 1. But you notice how there's kind of that hole. That's where you'll be working the treble crochet. So it kind of makes it easier. All right, so again, you skip 3, work into the 4th stitch. So yarn over twice, go to that treble stitch right there, yarn over, pull through the base, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2 more, yarn over, and go through the final 2. Okay? And again, we're going back to those 3 skip stitches. You see 1, 2, and 3. Okay? So we're going to double crochet into them, and this time we work from the front, which is going to be a lot easier because you can see better in the front. So, oops. Okay, you yarn over. Where am I? I lost my place. Yarn over. See right there, that's where we're going. See? And that little top part's going to kind of get in your way. So yarn over, go through the base, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, the final 2. Okay, then you yarn over again, find that second stitch, which is right here. You see right there. And this part here, you always want that in behind. Okay? So you yarn over, go through the base, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through the final 2. And now we're going to be working that final stitch right here. See, right there. Okay? So yarn over, okay, go through that stitch, yarn over, go through base stitch, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through final 2. And again, you skip the 3 stitches. See 1, 2, and 3. And here's that 4th stitch right here. And if you notice, there's like a hole. So it kind of makes it easier to know automatically where to stick your crochet hook to do the treble crochet stitch. Okay, so we yarn over twice, go through the 4th stitch, yarn over, go through the base, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2 more, and yarn over and go through the final 2. Okay, and again we're going back to the 3 skip stitches, and we're going to work a double crochet stitch from the front. Remember, row 1 you do from the back, row 2 you do from the front. Okay, so you yarn over like that, you go through that 1st stitch, pull through, yarn over, go through 2 loops, yarn over, go through 2 more loops, the final 2. Okay, so let's go to the second one, yarn over, and you see the 2nd stitch is right there. Okay, so go through there. And always remember to pop that, oops, I didn't go through it all the way. I still don't have it. Give me just a second, sorry about that. Okay, you have your yarn over, where am I? Okay, right there. Okay. You see you went through both of that. And you see that's kind of how it looks from the back. And you kind of gotta, like I said, you gotta pop that stitch up front like that. Okay, so you yarn over, go through the base, yarn over, go through 2 loops, yarn over, go through the final. Okay, and now we're gonna work into that last one, which is right here. Okay. So we yarn over, and like I said, you want to go through, see both of them, and you pop that in front like that. Okay, yarn over, go through base, yarn over, go through 2 loops, yarn over, go through the final 2. Okay, and I'm going to do this one more time to make sure y'all have it. Again, you want to skip the 3 stitches, 1, 2, and 3, and you're going to work into that 4th stitch, and you see how it has that hole? That's where you want to go. Okay, so yarn over twice, go through the stitch, yarn over, pull through the base, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through next 2, yarn over, go through final 2. Okay, so again, we're going to go do a double crochet in those 3 stitches right in here, and we're going to work from the front. So yarn over, go through the stitch, and like I said, it gets a little confusing because you got so many yarn strands. Okay, so you pull through the stitch, you yarn over, you go through the base, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go through the next 2. Okay, so now we yarn over, go to the next stitch, which again, you see, that's your stitch right there and behind, and you want that to pop in the front like that. Okay, so yarn over, go through the base, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. Okay, and we have that last stitch right here. See, here's your last stitch right here. You see? Okay, so again, yarn over, okay. You see right here, you see how it is, and you pop that in the front. Okay, yarn over, pull through base, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through last 2. Okay, so by now you should have the repeat part of the row, and like I said, you skip 3, you do a treble crochet in the 4th stitch, you go back to each one of your 3 stitches that you skipped, work a double crochet in the front part of the stitch, and you just keep doing that. Okay, and we're gonna meet back up right before you get to that final stitch. Okay, so I'm right before that last stitch, and again, you'll have 5 sections if you did the same starting chain as I did. You'll have 5 sections of the repeat, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And as you recall, that last stitch is going to be a double crochet. So let me get back situated. We yarn over. Oh, hold up, let me take the stitch marker out. Okay, so we yarn over, go through that last stitch, yarn over, pull through the base stitch, yarn over, go through 2 loops, yarn over, go through final 2 loops. Okay, and that's really all there is to doing the arrow stitch. Okay, so basically when you get to the end of the row, you do 2 chains and turn, and you keep repeating those 2 rows that I just showed you. And like I said, you can see the arrow stitch right here, and you just keep doing that. It's a very beautiful stitch, and I hope y'all enjoyed today's tutorial. And if y'all have any questions or need any help, just contact me and I will help you. So again, I hope y'all enjoyed today's tutorial, and that was how you do the arrow stitch. I hope y'all are having a fabulous Yorny day. Be the light, and bye.